it. So I just roll a d20.
Mm-hmm.
One.
What?
Wow.
This is first roll of the game. This is a natural one.
The XE guys.
Okay.
I'll just use the back of one of these.
We're the XE guys playing Dungeons and Dragons. I am the Dungeon Master. I am the Dungeon Master Xavier Montfort to the left. Levi is going to be playing with us next session. We're going to create his character. Right now, he's just co-dungeon mastering with me right now.
Say hi, Levi.
Hey guys.
Yeah.
Say hi. Then over here, we got Jose. Jose, do you have any experience playing tabletop RPGs?
I did play one with my friend Pierre back in the day, but we only played one session.
All right. Well, hopefully we'll be able to give you more than one session.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm excited.
To the left of Jose, we have Ernie. Ernie, have you played D&D before?
This is my officially second time playing D&D. Yeah.
It's like your third or fourth time.
Well, I mean,
Or you're not
like,
counting the Star Wars one.
Not counting the Star Wars. That felt like a practice. Like I was
We
getting
did
into it.
Star Wars, but I don't think we could have gone away with doing Star Wars on stream like at all.
Really?
Like anything.
Aw.
You know? See what I mean,
That
Dylan?
would be so cool though.
That would have been tight.
And of
Yeah.
course, we have my brother, Matt.
Hello.
Do you have, what experience do you have playing tabletop RPGs?
I have a pretty much good experience. I read the Kids. I played Star Wars with you, and then we had the session last time. No, I got a good amount of experience. I think you probably have the most out of there. But
Oh yeah, so let's hope this shows.
Definitely.
I'm taking over as Dungeon Master, as given as it's our channel. It should have always been one of us. Should have always been the one dungeon mastering. And me and my brother actually had to wrestle over it because we both really wanted to do it. You know.
He wanted it more than me.
Yeah. So I came over there. I was like, no, I'll take care
I had a
of
good
it.
story too and everything.
Yeah.
It's the brother thing. You understand?
Totally. I'm glad. You know.
So you're gonna play with us though next week, huh, Levi?
Yes. You're gonna have a character set up, and hopefully,
Yeah.
what we do with these sessions, consider it like season 0, entitled Origins, which we're doing. Every stream is gonna be split in two at the break. The first half of the stream is going to be a specific player character's origin story. Today we're starting off with Jose's character's origin story, and after the break we're gonna head back to the present main timeline, in which everybody's player characters come out, but Ernie and Matt are going to be helping out with the NPCs. Consider them like temporary characters for Jose's character's origin.
They know what NPCs are, right?
That'd be something to watch.
Anyone who's played any RPG?
That.
If you have any questions, Levi, at any time, feel free to ask.
Yeah.
With that.
Same here. I'll still ask questions. This is still a lot of things.
And that's totally okay.
My dice.
To be honest, ooh, one thing you needed. Just about to say. But yeah, to be honest, how like we're all kind of starting off, how like I'm like a fledgling dungeon master. You know, it's like I would rather play right now with people who are also learning equally as much as I am learning, you know? Instead of like if you would, you know, or like like somebody who like won't notice my mistakes, you know? So that's why I got a bunch of newbies to play with me.
That's messed
Nah,
It's okay. It just means we're all in this together.
That's right. Yeah.
I agree.
I have absolutely zero experience with tabletop RPGs.
Good. So hopefully, like our little group here, we're all gonna learn together.
I'm gonna be dissected.
It's okay. We're all in this together.
Well, let's begin.
We're ready.
That's awesome.
We begin our session in the far north, a vast expanse of cold and hardship, where only the most hardy of races could tame and call their home, the Leonin. a proud race of predatory feline folk who live in the mountains and have done quite well for themselves, having carved entire kingdoms out of the ice. The tallest peak of the mountains, there is a plateau considered unbreachable to the warring armies of the south. Few would consider breaching the kingdom's natural defenses, and fewer still have ever tried throughout the lion folk's long reign. Upon this plateau is the kingdom of Azure Keep, a vast kingdom of Leonin with large standing structures carved entirely of ice. Its people are the powerful Leonin, whose hardiness is well suited for the perpetual winter climate of the north. In what we Flatlanders would consider summer, we find two Leonin ascending the side of the Frostmane Mountain, one tall, burly, and imposing as the Leonin have ever produced, Azure Frostmane, the current king of the Frostmane Mountains. He wears a regal-looking, warm clothing which remains well suited for the tundra. His winter fur is as white as the snow itself, and his eyes are the deepest crystal of blue you've ever seen. He leads the expedition into the mountains and harkens after him another Leonin, almost as imposing as himself, his son, Snow Frostmane. His fur is as white as his father's, but it also has accents of blue stripes, uncommon for a Leonin, but the same crystal blue eyes as his father. So we begin. These two Leonin, father and son, are ascending the peak. You guys you've been traveling for days, once you left your kingdom, and you're on an expedition you're trying to teach your son something very important to your family. The snow is battering you guys against the mountainside. The blizzard is very heavy, and the blizzard is very heavy, and you guys are trying to get to the peak. Right now, you're about you would consider like 4/5 of the way up the mountain, so you're almost there to the top.
This is awesome, by the way.
Okay. I get it.
You get it?
Yeah, I get it. All right.
Cool.
All right, son. Follow me. This way. To the peak of the mountain.
Yes, Father. I will follow you.
All right. As soon as we get there, I will teach you the skill of the crescendo.
The skill of the crescendo?
Crescendo.
What is that?
It's a magical roar that your family possesses that only you and your ancestors and your forefathers could do. It's a magical roar. It's once used by your first ancestor, Frostmane, who used it to defeat the White Dragon, Carl. It's a very powerful roar indeed. Only entrusted to us, and only we can do it. That is what I will teach you. You are of age now. So that's what you're going to do. You understand?
Yes, Father. I understand.
And any race that possesses a roar, they're able to roar at will, but your family possesses a very special magical one. And way back when the Frostmane Mountains were actually named is when your ancestor used it for the first time to, like your father said, to slay a dragon at some point. The dragon's name is Cryo.
Cryo.
And that's something that your family, your lineage would know.
They all know that's like passed down.
Passed down from generation to generation. So you're both ascending this mountain, and the trail, as you get farther and farther up the peak, it's becoming more and more treacherous. Go ahead and let's see. Go ahead and roll a nature check. What you do to roll checks
Oh yeah.
is roll a d20 and pull out your character sheet. It's on your
This
phone.
big one right here.
Okay, so it's this one. Oh no, it's D10, right?
And if you just want to lay all this bad boy down the table,
Yeah, the part.
Yeah, that's what
like a whole thing.
Here, oh here. it is.
Booyah.
Yeah, so I was like, wait, doesn't it look completely like it? There you go. It's so pretty.
I am the milkman. My milk is delicious.
That's my boss.
I don't remember that one being assigned to anything.
Wow! That's my boss's text tone.
I am delicious. Wow.
Whoa.
That is amazing.
That's amazing.
This is from Psychonauts. That's
Wow.
from Psychonauts.
Oh, Cycle Dawn?
Yeah, I love that game.
I haven't played it.
I
haven't played it?
There's a new one coming out, right? With Jack Black doing the soundtrack.
Is that true?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's
What?
right.
It's nice, dude.
Oh, snap. Getting hot in here?
It's so good. That was actually pretty funny.
Pull out your character sheet on D&D Beyond.
Okay. Okie dokie. Got it. So now I just roll a d20.
Mm-hmm.
One.
What?
Wow.
This is how we're doing. This is how
First
we're
roll of the
starting.
game. This is a
Wow.
natural one. Okay. Your nature check.
Come out.
It's almost as if you've
Oh,
never.
Lord.
It's almost as if Traverse, your father has to hold your hand the entirety of the way.
Whack.
Okay,
Hold me,
you.
Daddy.
You don't. You don't know the difference between white snow and yellow snow at this point.
Oh,
Okay,
I
but
hope I don't
good,
eat
but
any
good
of
thing
that.
you've got your good thing you've got your father leading you up.
Man, I gotta carry him.
Yeah. He doesn't know anything about what a blizzard is, what good snow and bad snow is, and especially when like, you know, certain areas are like frozen over and you can't walk on. You know, but good thing Azure's
Oh my
bound to
God.
know all that good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Sounds pretty accurate.
I am your
just like in real life. You know?
God damn. I really am this character.
Okay. Okay, so you're heading up this peak, and what's it called? You're all gonna take what's it called? Roll a Constitution saving throw, which is going to be
d20.
yeah. You're gonna roll a d20, and you have to pass a DC of 12. Both of you actually.
18.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? That's really good.
Yeah, I
14.
got 18.
14? Okay, good. Okay, so you're both whether or not you know much about your surroundings right now, but you seem to withstand the battering cold that's hitting you. So you're not
Oh,
taking,
okay.
you're not
So-
taking any damage as you're ascending. the
So
peak.
they're pretty strong.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, totally.
So
Good thing you guys
we
are
can
wearing
handle it.
with your perpetual winter clothing and being big burly lion people, you can withstand the blizzard quite well.
So they're meatheads.
Yeah, totally.
I'm just baby meathead.
So after
So we're going up the mountain right now.
yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
awesome. We're gonna
All
come
right.
out in. And is he actually
So,
holding my hand? Because
Yeah, well, I got you like on my shoulder, and I'm
Oh, okay.
I'm not actually baby carrying you. Okay, you're too big. All right, so, you know, son, I know you have gotten injured and everything, but don't worry, you are not of age as of yet. Just don't let your betrothed see. All right.
I'll try my best, father. But there is still much for me to learn.
All right.
There. Also, yeah, you're betrothed. Yeah. Don't you have something coming up?
Oh yeah, that's true. I am betrothed.
You're betrothed.
Oh no, I am betrothed.
Man, that one really did hit.
That would hit me more than I
Like
thought.
shook to your core.
Yeah, definitely. Father, do I really have to be betrothed?
Absolutely. It's part of the family. In order to expand our lands, you are betrothed and you will wed. Is that understood?
Even if I don't want to?
Talk about this later. For now, let us focus on the crescendo
Okay,
as we
Father.
reach the peak.
I understand.
As of now, is there anything else you guys want to do, or are you just heading up the mountain?
We're just heading up the mountain right
You're
now.
almost there. You're almost there too.
Oh, okay,
It's like
then
a hop
yeah.
and skip away. You've been traveling for days.
Dang.
Yeah.
Without any food or water?
Don't mind the snow.
You're
It just strengthens you, my son.
You're surrounded by snow.
Oh yeah, that is.
We are almost there.
Alright.
Okay.
You could do anything.
Yeah.
You could literally break out into song if you wanted to.
Yeah. You do
Break
whatever you
out
want.
into
You
song.
can do
You
anything.
could continue the way if you ever, you know. Yeah, you can do
Like-
whatever you want.
You could
right?
ask your dad about the birds and the bees. You can do anything like.
Mhm.
It's up to you.
Yeah.
It's like, don't ask if your character can do something. Just
Because I
say
am that
your
character.
yeah. Say what your character like does. You know, and I'll tell you if it succeeds or fails. You know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's also why we roll for them.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Totally.
Alright.
Yeah.
So right now I have you on my shoulder. We're climbing up the mountain. It's up to you. You have the floor.
Alright. Well, since I'm coming of age, am I able to walk?
Let's go ahead and try it. We'll go
Okay.
ahead and see it. You can
Go ahead and make a athletics check.
15.
15. That's really good. You don't need your modifier to add it to that. But yeah, you're able to come off of your father's shoulder and you're able to walk on your own now.
Oh, awesome.
You good now, son?
The snow,
Yes,
You
okay.
good?
Thank you.
your
Then let's continue.
your feet place into the snow, and it's cold, it's chilling, but it's nothing new to you. You've lived around snow your entire life.
So it just feels like what would be warm sand to people.
Yeah, totally. To you, it probably feels along the same lines. Like if somebody were to take their shoes off at the ocean, that's how you feel putting your feet into the snow.
Oh, like oh, finally, you've been carrying me for too long, Father. But I appreciate you carrying me.
Absolutely. Let us continue up the mountain.
Okay,
Okay.
a few hours more of travel. Oh, that's right. I need somebody to roll a d20. This is I don't need to tell you guys, but it's a weather thing.
14.
14? Okay, that's pretty good. You're fine.
Okay.
Okay, the snowstorm remains as constant as it is now. Doesn't get any more stronger. Luckily, you know.
Okay. I see.
After a few more hours of travel, the king and his son finally reach the peak of Frostmane Mountains. What's it called? You can see the air's thinner up here, but so the blizzard has died down. You're not going to take any more. You're not going to need to make any more Constitution saving throws up here. You can see everything the light touches is your kingdom.
Of course.
Of course. Okay. You yourself, you've never been up this high. Azure has been up here many a times, as for like rite of passages, and this is your first time up here. What's it called? It's you're feeling pretty good.
Very
You wanna-
awesome.
You see down at the base of the mountain, you can't even make out what's the you can't even see your kingdom from here. Everything's covered in clouds because the mountain's so high that it's actually pierced the blizzard clouds and you can't see anything below it.
Oh. Okay, so I'm in absolute awe.
But up here you can see like a blanket of clouds and the sun shining through. And it's pretty beautiful.
Okay, then I'll pretty much be in awe. Wow,
Wait.
Father.
Me, come up.
Oh, that's okay.
Right. Hold on. Sorry. Come up.
Oh, you're good.
I think you should lead though.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, for the people watching.
Oh, sorry.
To listen to that.
Yeah, I actually like the background music.
That's good. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Everybody has their own what's it called? Oh, do the thing!
What thing?
The music thing.
Oh, the music for tonight's episode is provided by Adrian von Ziegler, Alexander Narkada, and Ian Grimm.
Thank you so much.
Thanks,
Yeah.
guys.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We appreciate it.
Yeah.
It's so funny when you go on and like you try to find music for D&D sessions. You actually see a lot of people putting their work out there, just specifically for like campaigns, and like they make these long tracks as for like ambience specifically.
Mm.
And it's like, yeah, it's
that is
super
super
dope. That's what
okay.
all the stuff I have on here is just what's it called, Creative Commons, tracks. And they're all pretty long, as you can tell, because they have
Yeah,
they have
are.
the sessions in mind.
But that is awesome. I had no idea it came from the community itself. Like, wow.
Yeah, it's pretty tight.
So what are
What are all these numbers?
all these numbers? These are your base scores. You know, like if you were like open up your stat sheet,
Like,
this is what your scores are. But when you roll dice,
But
depending
I
on
feel like
what,
as time goes by,
depending on what sort of
Yeah, it's not that
like
hard.
check I tell them to do, they add their modifier to it no matter what.
I apologize. It was concerning our dinner.
Oh.
All right,
oh, yeah,
food's important.
definitely.
All right, so where we? Oh, we're at the peak.
We made it to the peak.
We made it to the peak.
Made it to
Right?
the
Right to the peak, and the blizzard's below us because we're
Mhm.
past it.
All right. Son, I know you see the landscape. Everything here is our kingdom. Okay. Now, you will perform the crescendo, which is a loud roar. I want you to arc up and lay out the greatest roar right here at this peak. For you to cause an avalanche and clear the clouds to see our kingdom.
I could really do that, Father?
Yes, you can. I've done it for generations. Our family has done it for generations. It is now your turn. Whenever you're ready.
I'm ready right now, Father. Teach me.
Go ahead and look up and press the red tab on your character sheet. And I think it's probably under like skills.
Skills, yeah.
Yeah. Skills. No, that's skills. It's probably under actions. Actions and scroll down.
Oh, down to roll.
That.
Down to roll.
That's it.
Okay, awesome. So let's succeed on the wisdom saving throw. DC 13.
Yeah. That's what whoever it's aimed at. Go ahead and just for fun. What's it called? When you do this, the only creature in your vicinity is your father, so he's going to have to do the DC. It's a saving throw of 13. Wisdom. Do a wisdom saving. Oh no! When you do it, it's going to be a wisdom saving throw when he does it.
Okay.
Right.
So I guess I'll perform the roar.
Yeah.
It's getting intense. Suspense is killing me.
How would you? Okay, so what's going on? What's going on with Snow? So, what's going on with your character? Like, what's going through your head now?
Well, how would he teach me?
Well, he's gonna go based off of your roar right now. So you're gonna do your roar, but like, what's your setup like? Are you planting your feet? You're
Oh, I
are
see.
you like
Yeah.
getting your chest ready? You're like
I
taking a
am.
deep breath. What are you doing?
We are here to help.
I'm taking a deep breath. Got my chest pumped out.
There you go. Now make that roll.
Roar.
Yeah. It echoes to me.
Yeah.
Alright.
What the fuck was that?
Okay.
Alright, cool.
All right. So
I can already see the sweat drop on my character.
go ahead and let's see what happens. Go ahead and make your wisdom saving throw.
Save it.
Don't you ever make me do that again, Dad. Wisdom saving throw?
Yeah.
Wisdom. Save it.
DC is
10.
13. 10.
Oh.
Add your modifier. Wisdom modifier.
11. Oh wait, no, 13.
13.
Yeah, right on it.
Oh, so you got 13? Okay. It's a fail.
So it did come out
no.
like that. It went meow.
So I did
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, you didn't.
You meow. Son. I did not bring you here to play games. Alright? I'm going to demonstrate it this once, and then you will take another try at it. Are you ready?
Yes, Father.
Whoa.
There.
You make a
Oh, now I
make
to make the.
you do it. A wisdom saving throw.
Is
Roll a
it
d20.
D20?
Yeah, you're trying to beat a 13.
15.
Beat a 15. All right. So,
Yeah.
but it's really impressive. You can see that the snow off the snow that you're standing on begins to move away in a wave away from your father. The snow on the snow main on this mountain begins to dissipate and begins to fall off, creating a smaller avalanche. You know, the clouds begin to part, but then after a few seconds, everything goes back to normal. Why is that? Why did things go back to normal? It wasn't that strong.
It was only a demonstration, son.
I understand.
I want you to part the clouds to cause an avalanche.
I will try, Father. I
Try
want to
again.
be as strong as you.
Try again.
Alright. Now my feet are apart.
Come on, man.
Deep breaths. Chest pumped out.
There you go. No, I like it. I like it. I like it. Okay. Roll another do the saving throw. That'd be a 13.
14.
Okay. Well, you see, just like your father just demonstrated to you, the snow around your feet begins to fan out in a wave away from you. You know, the clouds begin to part. You can start seeing, making out what's going on below the clouds. They start getting away from your point of origin, and the snow on the mountain below you begins to fall off, and it begins to cause a huge loud roar. In this roar that you just produced causes a massive avalanche, and the clouds begin to get farther and farther away from you. And you look down the snow, you're practically standing in like a crater, and the snow is pushed away from you. Your father is able to, fully withstand it, though it's not gonna affect him. And you can actually start to make out way below you, miles and miles down the mountain. You can start seeing the pure ice structures of your kingdom. It's
They're actually visible.
yeah, they're actually visible. You can see them. Your feline eyes can go and roll a perception check. You want to roll the 2 if you want to see for yourself too.
I rolled an 8.
11.
Okay. You can make out the general shapes of these pure ice structures. It's your home kingdom, and you can tell from memory where everything is. You can see Azure. You can see what's it called? Azure Hold. You can see Azure Hold, the giant what your family actually resides in, and you can see the hundreds of structures around it of your actual kingdom, and it's your guys' kingdom. And with that, you've successfully unlocked your daunting lore ability, your crescendo, if you would.
Awesome. And then
It's a
my stripes were light up too, right?
yeah. Yeah. What's it called? The stripes on your Leonin body are uncommon for your race. What's it called? Your father has a pure white lion's coat, but you have blue accents on yours, and you actually have blue stripes too. Maybe this is the time you want to maybe explain a little bit of why.
Oh yeah, definitely. So I also have stripes, blue stripes. Well, it's because my mother is Leonin, but she's from a pure tiger sub race, I would say, of the Leonin. So she doesn't have the mane or anything. She just has pure stripes.
And if it wasn't for your father's, lineage, they would probably just be regular black stripes, but instead,
Yeah, they're blue stripes,
yeah.
which will signify the royalty line and the crescendo as well.
So whenever you do magic, they light up.
Yeah, definitely.
Like a Chinpokuman. Just like one of those. Just like it.
Is there anything you guys want to do with here? Let's see. Complete your
Was
expedition.
that the roar, Father?
Yes, that was roar. Excellent job. Let us return back to our home. We are done here.
Yes.
What say you? Yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Alright, let us return back home. We have a wedding to plan. Let us make haste.
Yes, Father.
The two Leonin, having accomplished much on this journey and unlocking a lot about themselves, learning a lot about Snow's learned a lot about himself, begin to descend down the mountain. It takes you not as long to get down the mountain as it did to get up. You know, the advantages of going down mountain, if you would. But within the better half of a day, a day goes by, and you guys actually make it down to the bottom, and you can fully see your kingdom. Everything's made out of ice. You know, and you can see a huge array of Leonin and all have gathered to greet you. You know, and with them they all say, you know, welcome back, Your Majesty. Everybody's trying to get on the good side. Everybody who knows you. Everybody definitely knows the two pure white-furred Leonin of the kingdom, and they're all definitely greeting you. Oh, welcome back, Your Majesties. Welcome back this way. Oh, I bet after a long journey like that, you want to get yourself home, don't you? You know, and you make your way back to Azure Keep, which is your kingdom's castle where you live, and you are greeted by a very elderly, what's it called? Tiger feline.
Okay, very elderly tiger.
Mm-hmm.
Just greeted, right? Okay. Master Snow, welcome back.
That is awesome.
Darling, thank goodness you're here. Please, attend to Snow here. Make sure the final preparations for the wedding is being commenced.
Of course, my king.
I will take my leave. I have much duties to attend to. I leave you in your care.
Right.
I will join you later for the festivities.
Yes,
Farewell.
Father.
Son,
Father,
have a good day.
My king.
for you as well.
So, you've, what's it called? You've known him his entire life. And
Right.
you're a tiger not like his father, but you're a tiger like his mother.
Right. Yeah, take care. I'll look after him.
Mm-hmm.
Look after him like he's my own boy. Twas his mother's wish. And I'm very old. I haven't picked a voice yet, but
I'm loving that.
Yeah,
I'm loving
coming in
that.
and out.
Yeah, I'm loving that.
So, right this way, Master Snow. Let's get you settled. We're still prepping for the wedding. You know, you're still gonna do it, right?
And as you can see in the whole of the castle, you know, what the throne room is, you can see everything's adorned with wedding bells, and everything's like there's a huge smorgasbord being prepared, and you know, all the helpers and workers of the castle are taking care to make everything look as fantastic as possible, like they're preparing for a celebration, like a wedding. And the baker comes out and he tells you, Master Snow, come see the cake, Master Snow. Come see it.
Yes,
Come see
yes,
the cake,
yes.
and he leads you into the what do they call it? I guess the kitchen.
Yeah,
the castle
I guess
kitchen.
it's like
That's
the.
what
There's
they
no
make
castle
cakes.
fancier name for it.
The mess hall.
The mess hall of the
Oh,
castle.
really?
Yeah, mess hall.
Okay,
That's
Yeah,
what
so
it
you
should
see-
be called.
And you can see a giant white cake in the shape of a giant mountain. It has like mountain accents on it, and it's like the frosting looks like snow on it.
Whoa!
And it's almost as high as the room itself.
Wow.
It's amazing.
So it's beautiful.
Yeah, we've been working on it since your departure. It's we're quite proud of it. Does it suit your fancy?
It does. It looks amazing.
Saren, we took your notes to heart, and we've done all we could to make it look excitable.
Lovely. Well, as long as the prince is impressed, then so am I. Meow.
What's it called? See,
Am I able to ask the baker to have a moment with just my retainer?
oh yeah, of course. Just do it.
Okay. I would like to have a moment.
Of course, my lady. We serve at your will. And he
Away, peasants, away, you heard him. Get out of here. Meow.
Yes, of course, Saren. Thank you, Saren, of course.
Thank you.
You have a good day.
Yes.
And the baker goes off. And he starts doing busy.
For accuracy, like a Disney movie. Thank you, sir.
Welcome.
Well, the cake does look amazing, doesn't it?
Looks lovely, Your Highness.
But even though it looks amazing, I just can't help but feel empty when I look at it.
What do you mean?
Well, it looks pretty. And I bet it tastes amazing. But it probably wouldn't feel amazing.
My lord, what do you speak of? What's going on in your head? Are you having doubts?
Well, you've known me for my entire life. So of course you would know when I would have doubts. And you're the one person I could never lie to. But yes, I am having doubts.
Now, we can't let your father know about this. We must keep it a secret between us.
But I have to tell him. Look at everything he's doing for me. I don't even want to be here.
My lord, I will serve you no matter what decision you make. Just be careful when you make your father angry. He's a big cat.
Well, he definitely is. And do you think he would be mad if I poked the finger through the cake and tasted it?
If anyone notices, I will say it was me. Help yourself.
You've always been my true best friend.
That is true.
Well, do I have to roll?
To poke the cake.
Yes. Roll a sleight of hand check.
Okay.
Sleight of hand.
Who's right there?
20.
Half the cake is gone.
4 fingers. He goes.
That's good. The whole pie.
So you're able to take out an entire claw of cake out of it.
Your Highness.
But you're able to perfectly mold it back together to where it looks like nothing's happened. So you have a blob of cake in your hand, and you're able to sculpt it back to normal. Like nothing happened.
Yeah.
Nobody will be the wiser, and you get to get your cake and have it too.
I can taste it.
Oh, awesome. Get a thing. There you go. And then
Yeah.
put it back to normal so nobody would notice.
Perfect. And then the baker comes on over. Where'd you get that cake from?
Oh,
Nothing.
nowhere. Nowhere.
Nothing seems to be out of order. But it must be from a pastry or something we haven't really. I suppose everything looks normal here. You let me know if something isn't to your liking. And we'll have it fixed right away, my lord.
Well, yes, of course. And
You enjoy whatever the heck that is. Wherever the hell you got it from.
Quickly eating.
I
Your
saw the
father's
stream.
coming.
Make the cake. I saw the stream. While I was doing my responsibilities, I saw the stream and I saw you ate the whole thing.
I did. I
Very
got the
amazing.
whole claw. So does my father come back already?
Oh, is he walking? No.
No.
He's not. Oh, okay.
No, instead, what's it called? Instead, You're greeted by who's the person?
Sorry?
Who? Huh? No.
I
The
don't
person who, the announcer. What do you call this person? The person who would.
The master of ceremonies.
Yeah, the master of ceremonies.
Oh, okay. Like they want everyone's attention. Do I still have a glob of cake in my hand?
You have to eat that. Eat it. Just come.
You see a very well-mannered Leonin servant comes into the hold, and he announces, "My lords, the envoy of the Southern Valley." And then you can see two tiger folk come in, and they're dressed very regal, but they're not dressed in warm clothing as you are. They're dressed in very and they're dressed in warm colors, and everybody from your kingdoms, wearing coats and furs and scarves, and what they're wearing is totally ill-suited for the weather up here.
Oh, definitely. They brought more for hot weather.
No, my lord, we are the envoy from the Southern Valley. We've come on behalf of our royalty to assist you with whatever you may need, and we bring gifts for the day of your betrothal. And they bring down a chest, and they set it down, and they open it up, and there's a bunch of trinkets and jewels in it. There's all there's clothing, again warm colors, and they say, "We hope we can make ourselves of any use to you during our stay here, and we hope that your betrothal goes on in history as one of the most beautiful we've ever seen." These are envoys from your mother's kingdom.
Oh, I see. On the other side.
Frostmane Mountains is the most north that any good alignment race has, can proceed towards. And your mother's kingdom, where she hails from, is directly south of it, in what is considered the valley. And these two envoys, they're both tiger, like your good servant. And we hope to make ourselves of any use that we can while we're here. Thank you for having us.
Well, thank you for these gifts.
Will you be venturing to the valley at any time in the future? Perhaps after.
Oh yeah,
betrothal.
definitely. Well, I always thought about it, so I would make sure to actually go and visit. And can I still have the cake in my hand?
You still have it.
You have it this whole time.
So how they're speaking to me.
Huge
Like,
baby.
there's this glob of cake.
And we are delighted to announce that your uncle is also on his way too. He'll be here within a day.
My uncle.
Your uncle is coming.
Your uncle.
That's awesome.
I haven't seen them in years. For where I was only but a kitten.
This is all true.
And would you care for any cake? For it is amazing, truly.
My liege, we'll wait for the ceremony.
I'll just hand it to my retainer then. Here you go.
When you do that, you fling the cake behind you, and it lands on some servants. They're completely blown away by what just happened, and they look over and they see it's Saren, the prince's retainer, and they're right on. So, of course. Just keep doing what you're doing. You're fine. You're fine. Everything's fine. We'll take care of all this. Don't worry. Don't even worry about it.
Yes. I'm licking the cream on my hand.
You're standing in your home now, and your uncle arrives tomorrow. Is there anything that you want to do?
Well, I would like to go to my room.
All right. You make your way out of the hold. You head into one of the side bedrooms of the castle. You head up a what are they called?
Staircase.
A staircase. you head up one of
That's
the.
cool.
I keep thinking of chess. I want to call it a rook.
Yeah, that's
You head up one of the
the
castles.
chess piece, yeah.
Yeah, you head up one of the chess pieces. where your room is located. And you're in your bedroom. Is there anything you want to do? Your uncle will be here tomorrow.
And then my retainer will be here with me. Still, my
Is he
contract. Yes.
Is he there? Did you go up with them?
Did I? Oh, well, yeah, of course.
Yes.
Of course! That's what I'm here for.
Whenever he goes, I shall follow.
That's right.
Did you see all those gifts that they got me?
Yes, so many. It was very lovely.
It was, wasn't it?
Yes. How was the cake, my lady? Did you try even a little bit? You've had it for a long time. It's a little awkward, everyone standing there looking at your paws like that. I thought you sneezed in your hand.
Well, I did take a nibble, but I just got full so quickly. I just couldn't take it anymore.
And your position on the wedding, you're still against it?
I definitely am. As much as those gifts looked amazing, it just felt empty.
They are just
It felt
things.
meaningless.
Yes, they are just things. But your bride, you still have to see her.
But I don't want to see her.
This is the way. This is the royal way. Things have to go a certain way, and I can't say that enough. Because I am owed. And I've seen this time and time again. Do not upset your father. Think of him. Think of the power that comes with this position.
But I don't care about the power.
God.
I don't care about any of this. I don't even care about what my father thinks.
Well, I will follow you to the end, no matter what. Yeah.
You would? Even if I perhaps run away?
I'm your servant to the end. Yes.
You really are a true friend.
A cat. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. When I'm listening to someone talk. Alright. Anything else on your mind, young prince? Oh, tell me what you did on the mountaintop. What did your father teach you or tell you on that trip?
My father, he taught me a sacred roar that's been passed down through royalty, called the crescendo.
Wow. An ancient technique. Only passed down to certain bloodlines.
So you've heard of it?
Of course I heard of it.
Well, it was amazing, and I do appreciate my father for teaching it, for it to be only the good thing he has done in my life. But I am ready to leave. I am ready to be on my own.
I say sleep on this, young master. We will discuss more tomorrow. And I take my leave.
With that, your retainer, Saren, the tiger, leaves your chamber. You sit there on your bed, and you look down at your stripes, and you begin to ponder this ancient power that's been passed down through your family. And outside, you can see outside your window, it gets darker and darker, and you lay down, drift off to sleep. The next morning, you hear a bang at the door. I don't want to bang on this thing, but
Yeah.
you can hear a very familiar voice is summoning you for some reason.
Young master, I summon you! Please come down here.
Oh, can you give me just a few extra moments?
Now it's time to get up. It's a very important day.
But I don't want to get
Please
up.
come down here, my lord, please.
But I don't want to get up.
I'm coming up there.
No, you're not.
You hear this big loud step coming up the stairs, and he's like in your doorway.
Master, please.
No, I am not here.
Yes. Alright, if you don't open this door, I'm going to open it for you. So I try to open the door.
Make an athletics check.
Let's do it.
You just hear from the outside of your door. You just hear scratch.
And I'll just be grabbing my pillow, putting it over my head.
Oh my god.
I don't hear anything. Don't hear anything.
Oh my lord, it's very important your uncle is here. Please, come out.
Uncle is here. Fine. I believe I do have responsibilities for today to take care of.
That's right. Come.
Okay, I go and open the door. And then I'll let Saren take me wherever I need to go.
Follow me down this way.
He leads you down the staircase, and he brings you into Azure Keep Hold. Don't want time here. And the setup is even more celebratory than the day before. Everything's more ready. The cake's out in the hold itself, and guests have begun to gather. You know, of not just of feline races, but of other races as well. Yours is a very enigmatic family, being as far north as any of the other kingdoms. Everybody who is somebody of royalty or of any good repute has made an effort to attend your wedding, and you are greeted by a very warmly dressed tiger folk, much like your mother's lineage. And he's missing one eye, and what's it called? He greets you very warmly and very powerfully, very strongly. He greets you.
Ah, Snow! How many years has it been since I have seen you?
Ah, Uncle, it's been ever since I was a little small kitten.
Snow, I have so much to talk to you about. Where's your gruesome father?
Oh, my father. You already know how he is.
Has he been leading you down the wrong path?
Like always.
Such a troublesome king.
Most definitely. But come, I will show you where he's at.
Now, before we go, Snow, have you tried this cake?
Oh, that cake. Sarah can tell you all about that.
Okay. I think you two would know each other.
Yes, his uncle. Oh well, yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Hello, Saren.
Hello. I forgot his name already. What's the name again? So many names.
I am sorry, my name is Fanglor, the Conqueror of the South.
Bangalore. It's good to see you. You traveled well.
Yes, I have. I bring you good gifts in wreaths of the bounties I have slain.
I give the prince the Shrek face. I go.
And you see, in fact, some of the retainers, the the Fanglor has with them, you know, have like sacks of like just stuff, like Santa sacks of just bounty.
Gift and stuff.
Oh
Wow.
God. I whisper a little bit to Sarah.
We serve, and as they drop them at your feet, we serve at your will, my liege. We serve at your will, my liege. We serve at your will, my lord. Employee of the month. See, and what's it called? You you see the Leonin guards at the side of your uncle, their ears and whiskers kind of perk up, and everybody's watching you. Everybody's watching you two. You two talk, and the retainers who brought the thing, they go off and they start making themselves useful for the ceremony. And what do you guys do?
I can't possibly accept all
My lord, these are just things, but they bring you these things to show you how much love and respect they have for you and your family. Please just take them and give them a nod. Acknowledge them.
Fine, if I must. Thank you, Uncle. These gifts, they're lovely. There's so many.
Do not worry, Snow. Come. Let us have a moment in silence.
Yes, of course, Uncle. It has been many years since we've had a moment of love.
We now travel to the balcony outside of the keep, and I begin to talk about the real plans Bangalore has come for.
That's a good one. You ready?
Yes, let us continue.
Alright.
Yes.
Cool. Yeah,
We are done with our potty break.
Thank you for waiting.
Yes. Thank you.
Take off. It's the day. Is it the day of your patrol or the day before your patrol?
It's the
It's
day.
the day of.
It's the day of.
Yeah.
My uncle's here.
Okay. Your uncle showed up. Very warm.
We're on the balcony.
Yeah. You guys. Oh, that's right.
Yep.
You made your way to the
talking.
balcony. It's just you two, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is your uncle.
Yeah. He took me to the balcony.
Mm-hmm. It's just you. Okay. These two cat folk. One being a lion with stripes, and the other being tiger folk. Your uncle's a pretty big guy. You know, he looks strong. You wouldn't like a commoner probably wouldn't want to.
Yeah, he's literally the counterpart to your dad. He
But
is
in
like,
tiger form.
it's light versus dark, basically.
He's like Shere Khan.
Oh! Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
You know, he like when he makes a presence when he enters. Everybody knows who he is. You know, he holds that stature of royalty and just fearfulness. Like nobody ain't messing with him. All right.
Oh dang! All right.
And these
Very
two
impactful.
these two royal important catfolk are standing on one of the balconies of this tall, fully ice-laden structure. The entire thing's made out of ice and snow, and only the Leonin are able to carve such structures out of the nature itself. You both stand. You're about, I would say, about 10 stories high in this massive castle, and you're overlooking Azure Peak, which is the kingdom that you guys are, your kingdom. You see all the busy folk are, even the outside is adorned with decorations that in case you were to, just by happenstance, look outside your window or something, that you would see the entire kingdom is adorned with celebratory fixtures and balloons and, you know, confetti everywhere. It's probably made out of ice for some reason. Most of your stuff is made out of ice, and then like everybody's tossing it. They can see you. If you were to look out of the balcony, you can see that any Leonin that catch a glimpse of you, they're all waving from way down below. They see you and they can recognize you. They're just waving. What happened?
So all of my people. I like to wave back at them.
You do that. You do that. You know this, and
It'll be like
and you see-
half-heartedly. Like,
and you can see a very, you catch you roll a perception check.
Perception.
Perception.
17.
Good. You see a very small Leonin cub He's standing there at probably what's his family's shop. And, he's sweeping snow off of the side of the shop, and he looks up and you can see he sees you waving at him, and this little Leonin cub, his face lights up, and then he runs inside.
Oh,
You made his day. Okay, so it's you
that
two.
would make my day too.
You're up here on this balcony. What happens?
Snow. I have come from my land, the land of the thousand suns, Phoenix. I have come to bring you back with me. I want to teach you the ways that I have been taught. Learn the arts of my people. I want you to explore and know everything that the sun has to bring and offer. The power of fire. The power to know everything. The power of destruction. I know you possess something that only your family possesses. But think about the possibilities if you bring that power to us.
But how could I control fire? How could I do any of that? And what would my father say? There's just too many things.
Do not worry about what your father thinks. And remember, your mother, my sister, Ray of the morning sun, possess the same powers I do. You have it in you. You have the stripes of the tiger.
To remember everything about my mother's people, there's nothing more I would want.
Come, child. Aren't you bored of this vast wasteland? This cold tundra? It brings nothing. For what? So you can make mere avalanches? What would that do? Show me. And then come with me. And I will exploit that power.
Yes, Uncle. I would love to learn of this special ability that you have to offer.
You have made a wise decision. I am glad.
But I would still have to speak to my father.
Worry not. I will speak to your father for you.
Understood.
And now we head down back to the festive.
Do you?
Well, we'll go back to the festival.
Right on. Do that. You head back down and are you hanging out somewhere?
I'm down there, like still messing with all the wedding stuff.
Okay.
'Cause
Yeah,
I'm
like put it all together.
putting all last minute changes and stuff.
You head back down to Azure Keep Hold, which is your family's royal base of operations in the kingdom, and you can see everybody's getting ready for your wedding, and your bride hasn't arrived yet, but she'll probably, given how weddings are structured, she'll probably show up last.
Yeah. Late. Extremely late. Yeah.
You're down and you see everything's being laid out, and it's a huge smorgasbord of food, and everybody's in a celebratory mood. What's it called? And your retainer is probably out there somewhere, and everybody's dressed very regally. Everybody's dressing to impress, and you're standing in Ice Keep Hold, Azure Keep Hold.
Yeah.
And what do you do?
Well, I want to go fight Saren.
Okay. You look to everybody's running around with their heads chopped off, not literally, figuratively.
Yeah.
Getting preparations done. You're looking for Saren, my lord?
Yes.
Yeah. Last time we saw him, he was in the kitchen, attending to, observing and putting his final mark of approval on all the food.
Oh, in the kitchen, you say?
Yeah, he's in the kitchen.
Last time I saw him in the mess hall, he was looking at the hors d'oeuvres.
Oh, alright.
Oh, he's getting into the hors d'oeuvres again? That's Saren.
In the hors d'oeuvres? Well, it was cake yesterday, but I guess a new day.
I love it.
But then I'll go to the mess hall.
You do that. You head over to the mess hall, and you can definitely see that Saren is overlooking all the preparations. The food, somehow, there's a lot of very hot food in this ice hold. They somehow managed to get fully cooked goose and rack of ham and goat. Also a lot of pastries too. The Saren is totally checking out and sampling, making sure that it's not poison.
Gots to, yeah. Big day, big day.
Do you go with him?
Me? No. I venture off to look for Azir.
All right.
Oh.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you encounter Saren.
Yeah, am I able to surprise him?
Oh yeah, he's unaware that you're there, looking for him.
Okay, Saren.
Ah! Master Snow.
I'm looking everywhere for you.
Well, here I am trying out all these pastries and whatever out here, making sure none of it's poison.
Ah, so the usual.
I'm tasting heavy. How was your talk with your uncle?
It went well. Well, it surprised me, actually. He says that there is a new power that I'm able to attain.
I pull him to the side. I know you should speak of new powers openly around the other folk. Let's keep it down. What's going on with the wedding? You feeling this wedding, or are you still doubtful?
I'm still very doubtful about this.
By the gods, this will be difficult. But
Well, I can't lie to myself either. If I don't like it, then why should I do it?
right. Your mother would be so proud.
Would she?
Yes, but your father, on the other hand, we all know how he's going to take this.
Oh, you don't have to tell me about that.
Try this little pastry. I stab a little thingy and give it to him.
You can see you two obviously trust each other. You've known him your entire life, and so this is like he's like a second uncle to you.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
you feel very warm in his presence.
Like we have that bond.
Yeah, totally.
Cool.
This is delicious.
That's what I said. And so,
And then you begin to hear shouting.
Oh.
You begin to hear shouting in the hold. You hear two very big, powerful voices are bouncing back and forth off of each other.
Oh, and I recognize the shout. Like my tail just goes up, my ears, everything.
And
My eyes.
everybody in the mess hall. Yeah, it seems to be. Everybody's like looking up. Everybody tries to look busy. They try to continue to keep their heads down. Everybody's trying their hardest to just continue on with their busy work. They don't know what's going on out there, and they don't want to know what's going on out there. If I stay right here and I do my work, everything will be fine. What happens?
Sir, I'm not crazy, am I?
no, it sounds like your uncle has found your father. Let us see what all the commotion's about.
Oh, goodness gracious.
And then we walk over there to the noise.
Yeah, do that, and you see what's it called? Everybody standing in attendance is kind of trying to maintain their distance and trying not to look at the conversation that's happening between the lion and the tiger. You both make your way into the hall, and you can see what is supposed to be a celebratory event is becoming somewhat of a family conundrum.
Azir, I see you have been meddling around and you haven't been doing much. Where is your kingdom going? There is nothing you have conquered in the past 10 years. How are you expanding? What are you doing?
Don't lecture me on how to expand. Your wretched phoenix, 'tis nothing but a little hole in the ground. So don't you dare come up to my land and lecture me on conquering. Do you understand?
Oh, you pitiful fool, lonely. In this ice castle you have nothing to gain here. What are you doing with your son? You know he possesses the potential to become the greatest.
That potential belongs in my lineage. You have no right to interfere with it. Do you understand?
Why do you keep holding the secret that he does not know about his mother?
How dare you bring up his mother in front of him? Son,
Father,
go to your chambers. We need to have a private talk with your uncle.
Private talk? He is a grown man. He could hear this for himself.
Fine. Fine. He can hear for himself. Your mother. She was a traitor. She wedded and then ran off. As soon as she...
Lies!
Lies! She's in the kingdom right now!
You murdered her.
Murdered her? How dare you accuse me of some acquisitions?
The Leonin, any person who's a Leonin and wearing any sort of guard attire begins to enter the hold, and you see you're surrounded by 10 or 15 guards. Whoever's able to respond the fastest is now showing up, and they're dressed in their guard attire, and they have the weapons are not unsheathed, but everybody's hand is on their swords.
I will not have this conversation in my castle. You did not speak of his mother. I loved her dearly.
That was my sister you were speaking of. I am now taking your child. He will learn the ways of the South tribe.
Absolutely not. And as far as for your mother, I will tell you the truth when you are ready. But right now, you're not even...
Hold on 1 second. He has decided already for himself. He has chosen to come with me.
And at that moment, you can see that the few retainers that Fanglor has brought with him, the Tiger Folk, the ones who had just finished bringing gifts, also show up, and they're dressed in very light armor. They're dressed in like leathers and very light cuirasses, and no one's drawn any weapons yet, but they're holding their spears on their backs.
oh, yeah, like they were
Yeah.
about to engage. They need to.
Yeah,
As for this wedding, it is now cancelled. We will be taking it to Phoenix. He will be wed there.
How dare you? How dare... Gods!
no, the guards start to show up and they start to get closer. And now instead of everybody standing up, where you would see guards sentineling at a wall, now everybody's come off of the walls and everybody's the guards are standing around you. You got your guards. Way outnumber the small group that you've brought with you, and they're standing at his back, and they're actually kind of surrounding you, trying to intimidate you.
I suggest you stand down, brother.
That is fine. I will be taking my leave.
I suggest
Snow.
you do.
What is your position in this?
Snow, I forbid you to leave. You have a responsibility here.
Remember what I have said. I can teach you the ways.
I can't hear any of you anymore. I had enough. I can decide for myself. I am leaving.
That is preposterous. You can't leave. Gods!
The guards stand at attention. There's ones that are standing next to you now are standing. You notice now that you have guards behind you. You know, all Leonin guards. But also the tiger warriors are standing out and they're looking at you. They want to know what you want to do. But they have their hands on their weapons and they're ready to do whatever order you command them.
Azir, he has chosen. Let him go.
I thought you had taken your leave, brother.
I am, and he is coming with me.
No, he is not. Snow, go to your chambers or my guards will take you. You can either have Xavier take you, or my guards take you.
You're flanked by Leonin guards. And
I'll have Seven take me.
Seven!
My lord.
It seems I have made a mistake to teach my son a crescendo. He is not of age yet. He does not know the morals of responsibilities. Take him back to his chambers. I will have a word with him later.
Yes, king.
the Leonin guards, though were just positioned behind you, they start to fan out and they give you a little path to specifically to your chamber.
Like nowhere else.
Yeah. Anything else happening in the whole?
I will now take my leave.
You do that. Your men. Everybody very coolly. All of the tiger folk, very calmly release their hands from their weapons, and you know they're staring. They're staring down. The lions and the tigers are staring down each other. Everybody's kind of flexing a little bit, you know, but what could have happened, and but there's also a tension has been broken, and everybody's beginning to calm down a little bit. What's it called? You can see out of the corner of your eyes one of the tiger guards is like shaking it all off, you know, and what's it called? All the Leonin guards are going back to their sentry positions, and your uncle he leaves the hole with his group of tiger warriors.
Then I will be in my chambers. If you need me, call to me.
Yes, my king.
You begin to Snow and Saren head up the staircase to your chambers, and once you get up to your chambers, Saren very quickly closes the door behind you and locks it.
Did you have to lock it, Saren?
I don't know what's going on out there.
I don't know either, but I do know that I don't want to be alone.
You're not, young cub. You've always had me. And now we're doomed. No. Now we wait to see your father and uncle's actions.
We were both talking about my mother.
I've had my suspicions about your mother's ill fate for some time now. But I made a promise to her that I'd look after you no matter what. And so that's what I'm doing.
For that, I can't thank you enough.
You're welcome, young cub.
And then, well, I guess I'll just go to my bed. I'll sit, and I'll just be thinking to myself.
What do you think?
I'm thinking that they both said things about my mother, but which one is true? Hearing both sides, because like either of them could be true, or either of them could be lies. But all I know is what I think, or what I feel. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to hear all these things and stories about my mother that possibly is or isn't true. And I don't want to do this wedding. I just can't be here anymore. I am over it.
A hook has landed in your window.
What?
What is
That
this?
is in
Yeah,
fact,
what
and you
is
look
this?
over to your window, you
What's
see a
wrong?
grappling hook device has latched onto it, and a huge, very, very long hempen rope is attached to it, hanging down.
Like, what?
There's a cloaked figure at the end of the other side.
You look over if you. I gotta stop controlling.
It's okay.
You're good. You're good.
I'll look over.
You look over your window down the keep, and you can see that there's a cloaked figure way down below. Again, about 10 stories down. And you see a cloaked figure is just standing there at the rope and trying to look inconspicuous, not looking upwards, but just like looking around, standing watch.
What is this? And who's that? Well, I try to kick off the hook.
All right.
Young Prince, what are you doing by the window? What's going on?
I was gonna ask. I was like, "Do you know who I am?" I was just like, "Well, of course they know who I am." Just like,
I think that's Saren asking me, right?
Yeah,
they're
that's
like,
good.
they're like, "Who's Saren? Is that you?"
No, Saren's with you.
No, I'm with
Oh no,
you.
Saren's with me.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
okay.
asking
I thought you said
because you're by the window. You're kicking the
okay.
thing. So I'm like, what's going on
Oh,
over there?
it's because you locked the door, so I thought.
Oh, that's right.
This is all true. He locked the door with him inside it.
Oh, with him inside. Oh,
It's just you two in there.
Oh, okay. I thought he was outside. Alright.
Oh,
But
okay.
it is in the later hours. It is nighttime now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I see. Like, Sarah, do you see this?
I see who it is. Can you see who it is?
I can't tell.
Roll a
You see a
perception check.
cat's eye.
Roll a perception check. Do good, please.
17.
Good. Oh God. What does he see?
You see that the cloaked figure now takes off the hood. It is your uncle. It is Fengelmore. Come, my child. You know what must
You're
be
way
done.
down there.
Oh.
So I'll catch you.
Yeah.
Sarah, that's my uncle.
Yes, it is. It appears your adventure begins. What will you do?
Would you come with me?
Yes. Always.
Well then, we have the answer. We must go.
Alright. Let's do that. How are you guys choosing to do this?
I go first.
You go first. Is the hook there anymore?
I mean, he kicked it.
yeah, you are kicking it.
So what happens? What do you guys do?
The hook is still there, but it is loose.
Oh, shit.
Alright.
Okay, on second thought, I go last just to make sure it doesn't unhook.
Oh,
For
okay.
his safety.
You're holding it?
Yeah, so I'm holding it there.
Okay. Alright.
After you, young prince, we wouldn't want any accidents to happen. Hold it.
Why, thank you, Sarah.
You're gonna
Always,
descend?
always thinking about me.
You're gonna descend?
Yes.
Alright.
They go,
Nice.
It's hanging.
Right? Oh.
It's
Oh, my
it's
God.
hanging.
We still do those.
I'm like,
Yeah,
sliding,
you
right?
could. You could. Yeah, you could. Go ahead and roll in the acrobatics check.
Acrobatic.
Oh, okay.
Or athletics. You choose. Athletics or acrobatics.
I'll say acrobatics.
Do it.
16.
16. Okay, you very nimbly descend down this rope with ease, and you can, your back is constantly pushing against the wall keep, but you eventually do make it to the base unscathed. And what's it called? Once this happens, Leonin guards sees you. And since you didn't cover yourself or disguise yourself at all, a guard immediately recognizes you. who's standing watch at the base of the keep, and he comes up and he asks you, "My liege, what are you doing?"
Suddenly, a dark figure comes behind the soldier, and with a swift sound of a crack of the neck, the soldier falls.
That happens. That happens. The Leonin guard just drops to the floor. Your uncle's not messing around, dude.
Make it down now, all right?
He's not messing
No,
around.
we must hurry.
Did you just?
Yes, I did it for your safety. We must get out of here.
It's that guy's
Now.
birthday.
But Uncle.
Roll a d20,
Yes.
please.
Me?
Yeah, we're looking for 10 or higher.
Let's do it. 12.
12? Okay, good. Nothing happens in the room that
Good.
you're in.
No.
But I saw what happened to the guy, and I'm like,
Just look the other way.
Okay. Sounds like an Oreo cookie.
A quick snap.
what?
You
All
just
right.
broke a Kit Kat.
Yeah.
All right, so the room is safe. What next?
You're safe, man. Good. What do you want to do?
Oh, he's down there. I gotta go down there too.
Okay.
So,
Athletics.
how high are we? You said 10?
10 feet.
10 feet.
10 stories. Stories.
10 stories, right?
10 stories up.
All right. I go down the same way he does.
Okay. Athletics.
Athletic. 12.
12.
Barely.
Modifier?
Athletics. Where are you?
That's also your strength modifier, too.
Oh, okay. 15. Right? Oh, no, plus 2, right?
Plus 2, yeah.
Yeah, so 14.
Okay. You, again, probably has something to do with your giant predatorial cat.
Yeah.
You make it down this rope with these unscathed.
Totally.
Very
Not-
nimble.
Yeah.
Very-
Wanted to
Yeah.
jump, but
You're pretty old.
yeah.
You're a pretty old tiger.
Thought about that too. Yeah.
Okay. You want to be safe?
Yeah. No, I'm good. All right, so down.
Yeah, you're down there. Let's do it again. Someone roll a d20. We're looking for a 10 or higher. Oh, I want to roll. You want to roll?
Let him do it.
Roll.
Oh, it's not a flat surface.
It's not a flat surface here.
Oh.
10!
Hey!
10.
Awesome.
Okay, Saren makes it to the bottom of the rope, and away from prying eyes, the only guard that was unlucky to see this transpire is no longer with us. Okay? You're
Come
off.
now. We must go. Quickly. We have to escape the city now.
What do you want to do?
Mm-hmm.
But Uncle, you just killed him. How could you do that?
For real.
It was for your safety. You must get out. The city is being controlled by your father. He is not what he seems to be.
But there's still family.
I have much to tell you about your mother.
I sagely nod. Yes, Uncle. Take me.
Okay.
We got horses?
Huh?
We got horses.
We got horses.
We have steeds.
What we got?
That is true.
Let's get to what you would have had set up a impromptu staging area where your tigers are setting up. You know,
Got it.
you want to get away from where you currently are.
So I'm just gonna say we had something to ride, like horseback.
That's only where it's safe. Where
Okay,
you would consider safe.
So we, the three of us now continue down the path out of the city.
I need you all to roll a deception check. Or what is it? Yeah, deception. Oh, not you. I'm sorry.
3.
7.
9.
Oh my god, you guys are very bad at this. You're all probably better suited to taking more direct action, and you know what's it called, conquering what's it called, magic craft, and just being a retainer.
Yeah.
That you're not very good at sneaking around, and you are other Leonin can see you, and they probably can tell that something's not right.
Shit.
What's it
Oh,
called?
no.
Leonin commoner. My liege, shouldn't you be getting ready for your wedding?
Who is this man who thinks he can speak to the king in such a manner? Move.
Oh, that's very true. That's very true. And sorry, my lord. Sorry. No. Intimidation. Intimidation or persuasion.
We'll do intimidation.
Okay. Is a commoner, so his score is pretty low.
16.
16?
Yeah.
Very good. Sorry. Mr. Saren, I'm very sorry. I'm just.
Did you be at the ceremony preparing things?
I'm very
Get me
sorry,
gone from his sight!
he runs towards the hold to go make himself useful. Okay? He ran towards the hold.
Oh shit.
Okay, what's it called? If you guys want to, you guys are gonna make your way a little bit more before I need you.
Yeah,
to
quickly,
make
we
another
must go.
roll. Okay, so people are on to you, but you're making your way out. You're trying to do your best to blend in plain sight to make your way out of Azure Keep. Okay, is anything happening? Are you guys doing anything particular?
No,
We
we are out of the keep now.
Yeah.
And we are about 4 or 5 miles out of the city's range, and we notice torches in front of us.
Shit.
That's true.
Torches.
That's true. That's true. What's it called? You're outside of you managed to make your way. You thought you were safe this entire way, and you can see that more and more torches are lighting up in your immediate path down in the valley. You're trying to get further south, leading southward away from the keep. Excuse me. You see many torches. Do you want to run a perception check?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, you can do it too. If you
Alright.
want. You're there as well. You're there as well.
Are we?
You're there. too.
6.
19.
Good. Very good. Very good. Very good.
7.
Very good.
I'm
But,
blind. I got 1 eye.
Yeah, that's
He's
it.
only got one eye. He's only got one eye.
Double that. It's a 14.
Snow. You can see. You see in the valley of this, surrounded by snowy peaks. You can see a Leonin army is standing at attention, waiting. Something's going on, and at the head of you can see a very burly Leonin, familiar looking face, coming out of, pushing his way through all of the soldiers. He makes himself known.
What? This can't be.
Son, where do you think you are going?
Father?
Yes.
What are you doing here?
I had a feeling that you might be persuaded by your uncle.
Azura, you stay out of this.
Never.
You command your army and you go back. We are leaving.
Go back, Father, please.
No.
You see all of the Leonin soldiers standing at your father's back. They, again, don't unsheath their weapons, but everybody's standing with their hands on their weapons, and they're just waiting for Azure's word. They're there.
Snow, if you do not return back to the keep, I will have to take you down myself.
Snow. He is threatening.
See the small company of tiger soldiers that your father has, that have been accompanying your uncle. They're all looking at you too. They're on. You guys are on horseback, but their hands are on their weapons too. And they're just waiting for you guys.
Choose now, Snow. Me or your uncle? Responsibilities or some fantasy that he promises you?
But I want to learn more about my mother. This will be the way.
Then you leave me no choice.
With that, all the 10s, 20s, probably 100 Leonin soldiers, they unsheath their weapons. They got pikes out, they got swords unsheathed. Everybody's matching your father's movements with their weapons.
They're about 400 meters out in front of us.
Your tiger guards are
They're getting ready to fight. And I look at you. Snow, you know what you must use. Do not be afraid to use it on your father.
But he's the one that taught me it.
We are in this valley. It is perfect. Show me your power. show me that you are destined to become one of the greatest Leonins ever.
For I am destined.
Roll.
And then now I spread out my feet, get ready. Roar!
Yes, and with that,
The valley
the rest- yeah.
caves in on itself.
Yeah, the snow on the mountain began to crack, and you see the snow on the mountains begin to very powerfully descend down into the valley, and everything gets the shit actually starts to hit the fan. What's it called?
It's like that scene in Milan.
Yeah.
The valley begins to cave in on itself, and the valley begins to cave in on itself, and this huge white frost begins to come down from the mountains. What were once white peaks are now gray and naked, and the snow begins to very, very quickly and loudly come down onto this valley. What do you say? You probably want to.
What? What'd I say?
There's an avalanche happening.
yeah, there's an avalanche happening. Something like. My eyes
You use a crescendo on me?
I'm like an anime character. I'm like, the crescendo.
And the snow begins to get closer and closer. You guys can see the snow, the avalanche is getting closer. What's it called? Everybody, the tigers are on horseback, but they're not leading yet. They're just waiting to see what you guys do. And your soldiers, the lion soldiers, begin to look around and they start to panic. And they're like, start gather around you. It's okay. It's okay. The king will keep us safe. Your Majesty, do something.
I roar.
And with that, as the avalanche begins to come up on both the armies and starts to get closer to and gets in your guys' reach in the valley, a giant, blast of snow, which was at one point going to envelop you, now a sphere of snow begins to explode outwards away from your father. But more and more snow is still plummeting towards you guys, and your father, Azure Frostmane, the big powerful white lion, seems to be keeping it at bay, away from your immediate surroundings. What do you guys do? So you're standing there.
We're using that time to run away.
Yeah, you guys are doing that. You're all doing that.
Yeah, we're doing that. No?
Ah!
Oh, okay.
As you take off,
Yes.
I take one of the soldiers' spears
You do that.
and I launch it at the king.
Make an attack roll. You roll a d20. Add your strength modifier. I saw that. Add your strength modifier, which is +2 to that.
So be 6?
Yeah, 6. What's your AC, your armor class?
17.
Okay, you see a pike just whiffs right by you, and you're keeping this avalanche is still coming down at you, and you're keeping it at bay, and you're keeping your soldiers safe, and also in the radius, you're keeping some of the tiger folk safe too, and you suddenly see a pike whiz right by you.
Right by us.
Whistle right by you.
Oh my god. He's just like, huh.
So the king is right there, and like
Protecting,
he's
yeah.
holding like a long roar that's keeping a
Yeah.
spear around everybody.
Yeah.
While it's like snow's just coming in, but hitting it.
Yeah.
Bro, I got one eye. I'm
'Cause
trying my
He's
best.
trying his best. He got one
I
eye.
got one eye, dude. Come on.
I'm an old man just like him.
And we're both using that time to run away.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
get
And
out
it's
of
like,
there.
7, let's go. Well,
Damn.
they're both distracted. Might as well.
Shit. Did we find out what happened to his mother? Or his mother?
No, I feel like that's more in the future.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, that is awesome. I love the music.
Can I make another attack?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. After
Magnus.
he has to take an action before he.
Oh,
does it.
okay.
Oh, got it.
Okay. Your pizza arrived.
Oh, sweet! Thank you so much. Okay, so you see a spear whizzes right by you while you're keeping everybody safe. And what do? You look over.
I look over.
And you see.
I see that my brother has thrown it at me.
And that happens about 400 meters off. You're keeping this avalanche at bay. And you look over and you see this tiger. He has his one good eye locked on you, and he's standing in at the after of a throw position, and he's on horseback also.
He's on horseback. All right. Fangor, right?
Yeah.
Fangor! I got on all fours, and I just start charging at him.
And you see, so this avalanche is still coming down at you, and lion, your lion army is beginning to. Everybody's getting swept off their feet, but very nimbly, this lion. Roll a d20 for me. This
12.
This lion is charging right at you, and he's doing his best to avoid the frost and snow and ice that's coming down from the mountains. And he's taking some buffeting damage. Go ahead and take 2 points of damage. But he's still able to get all the way up at you, and he's within 30 feet of you. And he's charging at you at all fours. It's terrifying.
This is where Fanglor uses his power. The power of fire. And he summons all his might and sends out a magical fire blast straight towards him.
He casts fireball at you. Go ahead and make I think it's a wisdom saving throw, Wisdom saving throw. What's the DC on it, like a 13?
I believe it is DC.
I think it's 13.
13?
Yeah. No. You roll a d20, but you add your wisdom modifier to it.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah, wisdom saving.
Sweet.
15.
Oh my god! So you hurl a fireball and you can no longer see the charging lion at you in front of you. You only see the backside of your fireball, and with that, the white lion is still charging at you.
Through it.
He goes right through your fireball, and he's charging at you. And some of his cloak and his warm furs are being singed off, but he is undeterred and he's coming right at you.
I'm on fours.
What
All
do you
fours.
What do you do?
I leap.
With the snow following behind you.
Yeah.
That's true.
Oh, that's a
And-
super epic ass moment.
And what's it called? He comes down at you, and you want to make an attack?
Yeah.
Okay, roll your d20 to an attack roll.
3.
3? Okay, he comes down at you. He leaps up. The king lion leaps up into the air, and he's ready to dunk on you. And he gets closer and closer. He lands on top of your horse, and suddenly the avalanche, the snow begins to bear down on top of both of you. The snow covers you all completely. Your army can't be seen anymore, and the only thing that can be seen are 2 horses running away as far south as they can possibly gallop, away from the avalanche.
Like we are on here.
That we give you Snow Frostmane.
Oh, that's for the end.
Yeah, that was. Thank you. Oh my god, I love it.
That's it. Okay, you guys go as far south as you can. You and your retainer, you manage to avoid the avalanche, and we don't know what becomes of your father and your uncle.
That's to be told. In the future.
You and your retainer, Saren, travel for the better part of a day, and then the next day until you see first light. And what's it called? Let's cut back to the back of the valley. Everybody's buried in snow. Everything's covered in snow. You both roll d20. No. You two.
Oh.
Roll d20. We're back in the valley.
Oh.
Oh, you. Oh, okay.
You see a striped hand comes out of the snow.
Like daisies.
Daisies!
Like daisies.
And you can see the one-eyed tiger manages to free himself from the snow. His torso is all that's revealing. You're out of breath. The tiger, he emerges from the you're messed up. You look around, make a perception check.
Oh god, I'm blind.
You can't see anything. You look around for any sign of any other soldiers.
Oh yeah, what?
One
Look at that one eye. Yeah.
You look around, you can't see everything. You just see pikes and banners hanging, but there's no one wielding them in the snow. And you can see you see nothing. You look around, see no soldiers, and especially you look around, you definitely can't see the lion that was charging at you. But you do hear. You see, from the top of the mountain, you see a giant white winged figure start to descend, sweeps over the valley, and flies right above you. And with that, we're going to take a break.
Nice.
Oh.
Very good.
Thank
Yeah,
you,
that's
everybody.
awesome. Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us. We're taking. Is this the break? Huh? How are you guys feeling on time?
It's 9.
It's 9.
Past our session.
Okay. With that, we're gonna pick up again.
Don't worry, me and Ernie will probably be faster.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
definitely.
Cool.
Sorry about that.
No,
No.
like super.
It's still
it's
beginning,
good.
but
It's
it was
origin story.
it was good. Yeah,
Supposed to
It's
be.
good.
good.
Origin. Origins episode 1. Snow has now concluded. How do you guys feel about this, man?
I liked it a lot. I think it was super
Did you
good.
like how I got on
I
all
loved
fours?
it.
Yeah.
No, honestly, I could see it happening.
Yeah, like
It-
I didn't see that.
you played exactly how I wanted it. I was like, oh, dude, that's dope.
I can see a white lion charging while an avalanche is falling in the background.
Yeah.
Behind him. It's like, holy shit.
So really, I couldn't.
Yeah.
So when you're planning a session, you don't plan what the players are gonna do.
Yeah, that's right.
You know.
So you just gotta go with the flow.
Yeah, and it was I'm very happy with how it turned out. You guys like your characters?
Who's next?
Exactly. Exactly. Hopefully, this story has given you guys. These are all. Everybody you see here is a player character in the main storyline.
Yes.
And we're gonna go over everybody's
Yay.
origin story before we get to season 1 because this is still season 0.
Yes, definitely.
How do you guys feel? How do you feel about snow? What do you guys
I
think?
love snow.
Yeah.
Sounds cool.
It's cool.
Yeah,
I think he is a very
Timid.
scholar.
Yeah. He's got a lot to think about. He's got a lot riding on his shoulders. You know.
Definitely.
I think
it's
they
a lot of
make,
responsibility for him.
Him and
Saren, Azure.
Saren,
Mm-hmm.
I think they make an awesome duo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree.
I do love Saren.
Sarah's great.
What'd you think of Azure? What'd you think of Azure? You did Azure awesome.
Yeah.
I can't-
Yeah, that was so cool.
It's probably because he's
dad played the dad.
Yeah, legit. The dad played the dad.
probably because you're
Exactly.
sitting right across from us. And I was like, oh shit! I feel like I'm there.
Yeah.
I'm all over here.
I love your guys' voices.
Very
He
good,
asked
guys.
for a king, so I pretended to be
It
a
was
king.
good. I'm glad.
I loved it.
You guys played your characters to a T, and I was very happy. You guys made it very easy to DM. It's like I felt like I was hardly doing anything, and you guys, I just felt like if I could get into a position where I could just let you guys role play it out, that I'll be able to take a backseat and take a break. You know? And,
Yeah, because like we'll get like super into it.
yeah, just like I told. Didn't I tell you that I was like once you see how everybody comes out of
Yeah.
the shells, that it would be helpful for you to come out of your shell too.
It does. Like they definitely helped me.
Oh my god! With that,
Like having Saren too, like definitely helped me a lot.
uh
Yeah, it was cool.
huh.
You were a good guy. You're like Navi.
Yeah, definitely.
Tight, tight.
couldn't anticipate.
Majesty,
what's gonna
you should
happen.
probably come downstairs. No, Majesty, you should really probably come downstairs.
Somebody's help. Your uncle and dad are yelling at
Your
each
uncle's
other.
here.
Yeah, it's like one of those situations. Your uncle's here. Oh crap, my uncle's here. You know?
It's tight.
You guys happy with the session? You guys
Yes.
happy?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
I loved it.
Thank you guys for coming out of your shell and just making it super easy and super awesome for me to be a part of. And I just love sitting back and watching it unfold in front of me. I was like, oh!
Yeah. It'll get easier with time.
I did not know
Yeah,
these two were going to
can
go at it like
definitely
that.
do
There's no way of knowing. I didn't know.
That wasn't in the script.
That wasn't in anything. I didn't know.
But it made your backstory more spicy.
There you go.
Yeah, definitely. I loved it.
So you guys could imagine how everybody else's origin story is going to unfold. I hope you guys got the juices flowing. I
Yeah,
hope you guys
totally,
are
dude.
thinking about what
Yeah,
to do with your
definitely.
characters.
I really want it, like,
It definitely it made a spark.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely
Sorry.
felt a spark. Like,
Go ahead. You guys get you ready, and this is why I love D&D is because it gives you a way to be creative and to create something from nothing in just a couple of books
yeah,
and
it
dice.
opens the whole world to you.
It's really cool. Like
That's what we're
I
doing.
think I've played every video game ever made up until this point, and this game is easily like way better than all of them. I'm like, oh, this is way more fun. What the hell?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
We got a pretty good group here. I'm very excited to see what you all and me too, what we all come up with.
Yeah.
We'll see you guys next time. Hope you like you guys playing D&D. This was fun.
You know.
Thank you for joining us for season 0.
See you next time.
Yeah, we'll see you on the next
ya.
episode.
See you on the
Checking
next
in,
episode.
y'all.
We'll put it up on the
Story.
description, and this will be on YouTube very soon.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, everybody. We'll
Goodbye.
see you all very soon.
Thank you. Thanks
We'll
for
see you all very
watching.
soon. Bye-bye.
Meow.